Okay, I'm starting it off.
Well, tell them what we're doing, then you can hand it off to me.
And we're back up here. Uncle Rick's been busy. We've got the old pipe dug out. He's going to do some touch-up work on that one. Then
to try to save it.
Try to save it coming out of the head gate there.
I have to admit, I'm a hard-working person.
Then we're just going to slide an 18-inch pipe over it. You're going to tear all the concrete out, right?
I think we might.
Right.
I don't know. We might just leave it lay on top of there. I don't know. You're going to have to see how it all pans out.
Probably better to tear it out so you can backfill it better, but who knows? So that's what we're doing. Ethan came up so he could be cameraman. He's out of school this week, so.
We even thought, well, if we can't save it, just butt it up against it.
We could do that too.
Jeff said use some of that foam insulation to seal around it or something, or we could pour cement around it. Because it's going to be hard. There's rocks under there. That's why I was trying to grind it off here so I could
Go ahead.
at least get my shovel. Okay, turn that off, will you?
It's hot out here.
Hot out here. It's barely 45 degrees.
But it's hot. Take the coat off.
No.
It's hot out here.
3rd of April, and it's only...
You know, that might be a kind of a good idea to cut a hole in the top of that pipe and then just fill it full of cement.
Pour concrete over it.
Then it'll dry. But I don't know, that sounds...
That sounds pretty hot or solid. I wonder if that's concrete coming out from underneath there.
That's what I'm wondering.
You might only get the pipe over there an inch or two.
But I don't think that pipe won't hold the concrete because there's holes in it.
Yeah, it's so rusted.
We may end up just, say, taking the whole thing off.
Yeah, yeah. Right there.
How the bottom's gonna ride in that, but we'll find out. Might have to chip along this one. I know one thing's got low spots, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well. That concrete eventually slumped down against the pipe and that's what I'm talking
So we're gonna pull it out, aren't we? Well, we're gonna pull it out.
That's what I'm wondering if we should. Leave this in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like you. I think that'll...
Well,
wonder if we can get a concrete saw like that. That small.
little seam.
Kind of seam in it.
Hate to lose the rest of it. Where's it come from? Just about exactly here.
Pretty close. So we've got this... See where it's at.
Where my toes touch the concrete.
We can put the end of the pipe off to make it work if we have to.
Okay, well,
Does Ronnie have a concrete blade? Did he still saw?
got it.
He might.
That would be the smoothest.
Oh yeah.
Aiden might be able to get one from Linford.
Or, feel like it's longer when you lift it out. Of course, we still want to break it.
Generator?
Yeah. Well, I'd say that's the best. Let's just kind of leave it.
I should get that handled by the first of next week.
Because that'd be the best to lift that. Like you say, you can just reach right out there and...
Yeah, tell you'll reach across the ditch. No
be
problem.
hard for a loader truck.
7,000 pounds, 23 feet in the air.
Huh.
We lifted trail. You notice we cut down our big tree?
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
That's the biggest slingshot in the valley. That's why I shaped it off.
The popular tree
I'm gonna
thing.
put that in the paper. It says, where is the biggest slingshot in the valley?
Yeah, like they
See if
used to
anybody can
notice
figure
that
it out.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he's got a cement blade or not for a skill saw.
I sure would like to get it out there somewhere. They're close by. I mean, we can
Yeah.
chip it up here or something like that. But I think we'll do us a favor by getting it out.
So do I. I think, like you say, that eventually.
Settle. It'll settle. Push the pipe up.
Pipe out.
'Cause it do weigh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do weigh.
Gravity.
Look, it's actually settling already.
Gravity takes
Since
over.
we took that out.
Yeah,
Look at that.
it has.
Well, do you want to see if we can crack a chunk or maybe make it? Let's take that wide one and make just a chip thing down it
Down.
without trying to break it. Just
Yeah.
keep going down and with the chip, put the string back on there.
Might
Those
be
muscles
able to
can
do
hold
that.
it up and down while I pull the trigger.
Or do you think we're gonna have the same issue here?
Well, that's something we can
Not
actually
behind.
put concrete in and solve that problem.
Well, it'll either
Not
wash
coming.
behind it or it'll turn like that.
Yeah, and if we can concrete, I mean, we
I
can
would
seal it
say
off
just-
with Allcrete.
Kind of leave it. and
That
see
stuff's
what happens.
unbelievable. They make some plastic things that'll go in there and never crack.
Canal County doesn't have another section of pipe, do they?
Oh,
Yeah, but it don't have the bell in
That
it.
one.
the other one just a end for end, isn't it?
Yeah, we had to cut the ridges down on the other one so it'd slide in the bell, because it was all glued in, so there was no
Way to get it out.
to get it out.
Yeah, I think, actually think We could try that gun. I'll get in there, and while I'm sitting down
Dad.
here having a nap, we'll make a line. Tie the string back on, and one guy can lift it. We got it. Hey, hey. It did. Couldn't have done better with a saw. We'd been here for an hour and a half. I think it broke all the way down.
I do too.
Look at it, drop more over there. Okay, wheeler out. Samson. Well, we'll get the telly, we'll throw a chain around that end, and it'll come out quick.
Yeah.
I can go get the skid loader if you want to do it now.
This is totally whatever.
We won't
you
be
want
able to
do.
finish it because it won't be
Yeah.
able to reach these.
Yeah.
We just will wait for the telly. It's not, you're not getting any water for a couple weeks.
No, it's still a month.
Still a month off.
Yeah.
You got a good start on it. You got done a good job.
Well, we went about as far as we could on that ditch today. We got to get either a backhoe with a thumb on it or telehandler or something to tear that concrete out. We got the first section of pipe put in. We still got to cement around it a little bit, but right now we're going to go switch discs. We're going to take the sunflower disc off, put the blue disc on. They've got a little custom disc work to do. I'm not sure where he's going to want to take that disc off at, so I'll wait for him to get over here. You know, one thing we're really good at growing around here, golf balls. I don't know where they come from, but we find them all over the places. We'll find them in places where there's nobody around, nobody golfs, so we're good at growing that. There's a hole there. I don't know why, but this disc, after it sits for a while, the hydraulics seem to like freeze up, so they keep popping out. You just got to pop them back in and work them back and forth, and they eventually break free and move. But some of the other equipment does it, but nowhere near as bad as that blue disc. But I think he's gonna go park that tractor back in the shed so it's next to the battery charger. He said it hasn't been wanting to start lately, so batteries are probably dead on it. But they did get the safflower planted last week before it turned off cold and wet. It's still cold right now, but it sounds like this weekend and starting next week it's supposed to start warming up, getting nice again, so the field work will be hitting hard again. They still got to get the oats planted, and I think he still got to get the barley planted, but I'm not sure about that. So go back over here to the shop and see what the plan is for the rest of the day. Half inch? I don't know. So
supposed to lube that with anything in there or not?
I don't know. I hope it's not the bearing on that pulley right there.
In and out as the tractor.
Yeah.
Like right now when it's turned off, it's way loose.
Yeah. Brr, that wind got cold.
What's this?
I don't know.
You say, what is that thing?
We got that knocking noise, and we got an oil leak we can't figure out where it's coming from. foresee anything.
Look at that, the bell they need to sign.
Yeah. We've never changed that, have we?
You can see how it is.
Yeah, it's kind of bouncing there. All right, well, we're gonna call it a day. Uncle Rick went home. I gotta work tomorrow. It's my weekend to work again, so yeah.
I got the rest of the week off.
Yeah, but
well, I got the whole week off.
Yeah, it's somebody's spring break, but then he goes back to school Monday while I'm off, so I think that's when we'll work on that ditch some more. Either Monday or Tuesday. We're gonna get either a backhoe or a telehandler in there to lift those concrete pieces out, and then put the other section of pipe in. But yeah, Uncle Rick's got to take Grandma over for dialysis tomorrow, and then he's got to go do that blue discing, so that'll pretty much take his whole day up tomorrow. And I can't remember what he said he's doing Saturday, so.
Stupid cats.
Stupid cats, you got to get them fed. I got to come out and feed the goats.